Oh, hello, wherever you're at. Hello. Come over here, Mom. Good morning. This flow, it's going to be like a gentle morning flow for when you're tired, you don't want any intensity, and you just feel like you just need to move some energy slowly and easefully to get your day started. So, this is for anyone and wherever they're at in their practice. I have blocks. I'm not sure if we're going to need them. But if you have them, they're great. So go ahead and grab them, and I will upload in the bio section a Spotify playlist that you guys can move along to if you want. So if you want to go ahead and pause this and find that playlist, go ahead and come back to me when you're ready. So yeah, this practice is for when you're tired and you just feel like there's a lot of intensity in your life, whether that's just being busy, managing a lot, or just a lot of energies in the air, whatever it could be, wherever you're at. This is intended to kind of just slow down, to soften. One of my teachers said the other day in one of my classes that I took with her, she's like, when you have the ability to soften, you have the ability to receive. And so when we're usually in a high energy pace of life, it's super fun. You can feel like you're thriving. But then when you can't find a moment to soften, to rest, to kind of step back in that energy, then that's when you'll start to get burnt out. You're giving your time, your energy, you. But when you soften and kind of can come down, slowing down, that's when you're able to truly receive, to be filled back up. So that is what this practice is intended for. I need it. So I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who also may need it. So with that being said, go ahead and start in Sukhasana, which is easy pose, seated. Crisscross yoga sauce is what I say to my preschoolers. Dropping in, creating a long spine in your body. I'm going to be sitting on a block because I am on a hill, kind of even out my posture. So dropping in, long spine, relaxing the belly, placing the hands on the knees, dropping the shoulders away from your ears. Releasing your teeth, the bottom row and the top row from each other. Releasing the jaw, the back of the throat, releasing the tongue and the tip of the mouth, letting it fill up fully inside of your mouth. Relaxing the facial muscles, the inner earlobe, the outer ear. Grounding your sits bones deeper into your space, feeling that connection, and feeling the energy lighten up at the tip of your crown. Now becoming aware of your breath. Noticing if it's shallow, And if you can start to deepen it. Noticing where the inhale is at in your body, whether you can feel it in your nose, your chest, your belly, rising. And then releasing on the exhalation. Dropping more into your physical body, the physical space, and becoming more aware of any sensations that are coming up, any sounds you hear in your space, the tastes in your mouth, the smells. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, make a hum. Again, breathe in. And hum out. Humming is a beautiful tool to use to come back into your parasympathetic, your rest and digest system. Humming is a tool for when your thoughts are either spiraling or you're just having too many and having a hard time staying present. Humming can bring you out of those thought loops and back into the present moment. It's a beautiful tool for mindfulness. So breathe in. And exhale, hum. Beautiful. You can keep your eyes closed. And you're just going to find a few neck rolls. So starting at one side and just finding a half circle with your nose and going towards the other side. Switching. Stretching the back muscles, the neck muscles. Really feeling your body and where it's at this morning. And when you're ready, you can take full neck rolls. Staying in one direction for right now. And then switching. Bringing your head back to neutral. And then drop your right ear over towards your right shoulder. And extend your left arm long, spreading the fingers, feeling one line of energy from the tips of your fingers all the way towards the crown, going towards the right side. Switch. So dropping your left ear to your left shoulder, extending your right arm long, spreading the fingers. Bring your hands back to your knees, lift your head up, and we're going to find a few rib circles, pelvic circles. So you're going to start by shifting your heart forward and pressing into your knee, rounding your spine, warming up the body. Let me get off my block for this one. I love doing this on my couch in the morning when I'm sipping on my coffee, waking up my body, waking up my digestive system. Inhale brings you forward, and the exhale presses the belly into the spine and rounds. Switch directions. Finding stillness, come back to center. Bring your arms up and press your palms together and bring them behind your head so elbows are facing up towards the ceiling. And you're going to lean your heart up and back, pressing your hands into the back of your head and head into the back of your hands. Finding a gentle heart opening here. Release, bring your arms up. And then exhale, swing your right arm towards your left and your left arm, hooking it, finding a gentle shoulder stretch here. If you want to keep it active, you can move side to side. Beautiful switch. Bring your arms up. And then bring your left arm over. Ooh, yeah, stretching the shoulders. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, bring your arms over towards your right behind you, placing your left palm onto your right knee, your right hand behind you, and just twisting towards the back, gazing past the right shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out. On the inhale, extends the spine upward, and the exhale presses the belly button into the spine, pressing more air out, giving you the ability to twist deeper. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, twist over towards the left. Inhale, extends the spine up. Exhale, pressing the belly into the back of the spine, releasing any more air and twisting deeper. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, melt forward, stretching your arms in front of your space. For me, my right leg is in front. Your left leg can be in front. That's okay. We'll switch here in a second. Stretching that hip. Release your head down. Walk your hands back to your body, lifting your torso, and just switch your legs. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, melt down, stretching the opposite hip. Outer glute. Walk your hands to meet your body once again. And then just shifting into tabletop. So finding your tabletop. And then tuck your toes. And just shift forward and back. Stretching the toes. And make sure you're tucking your pinky toe as well. So you might need to adjust that yourself. Stretching the feet. You guys, our feet do so much for us. Let's take good care of them. My teacher in Spain, she would say, if you have healthy feet, you live forever. If you have healthy toes, you live forever. And then send your hips back to your heels and walk your hands up. You're still in that toe stretch. Place your hands on your thighs and just hang out here for a few breaths. It might feel intense, but can you breathe through it? Two more breaths. Stay on the exhale. Bring your hands back, untuck your toes, and just tap your toes, your feet on the mat. Bringing blood back to your feet. And then bring your knees together, keeping your toes untucked. You're going to walk your hips back once again and lifting your knees up, finding an ankle stretch. I like to go side to side in this one. And keep your chest lifted. So my elbows are pointing behind me. My shoulder blades are back. Still finding some integrity and confidence in these poses. Even though they're gentle, we can still find intention. Bring your knees down. Walk forward and tap out your feet again. And then you're going to bring your, I'm gonna face you guys for this one. You're still on tabletop. My wrists are underneath my shoulders. Bring your right knee up and just find a few circles here. I like to keep my foot flexed for this one. Switch directions. So just finding a little bit different mobility in our hips. So whether you sit all day at a desk or you're fairly mobile and active, this is a beautiful lubrication for that hip joint. Place it down, then shift that right leg back behind you like this and just, ooh, yeah, stretch the calf. So just pivot forward and back, keep the toes tucked. And then bring that knee in, and now bring your left knee out, flexing the toes and finding those circles on the left side. Keep the fingers spread, pressing into the hands, finding that integrity and strength in the chest. So I'm not collapsing into my shoulders. Switch directions. And then shift that left leg behind you, staying on the toes and finding the calf stretch, just hinging forward and back. Bringing the knee back to center to meet your right. Dropping your belly, shoulder blades are down your back. I'm in my pajamas. Dropping your belly down, gazing forward, shoulder blades are down the spine, gazing up. Inhale. And exhale, press into the mat, round your spine, gaze is in between the knees, stay here. Inhale, finding cow pose, dropping the belly, gazing up, shifting forward slightly. And then exhale, finding cat, pressing the earth away. Finding neutral tabletop, press down into your left hand, inhale your right hand up. Shift your hips towards the right and finding a few arm circles here. Inhale your right hand back up to the sky and exhale, thread it underneath your left. Dropping your right shoulder down, extending your fingers towards the front of your space. Take a few breaths here. I need to take my sweater off. Press into your left hand, bringing it back to frame your face to lift your right hand back up towards the sky. Spread your fingers, opening that right side. Dropping your right hand back down, ground down through your right hand. And then inhale your left hand up towards the sky, sending your hips over towards the left, finding that deep side stretch from the left hip all the way to the left fingertips. And then finding those arm circles here. Inhale up. Then exhale, thread it underneath your right, dropping that left shoulder down. Bring your right, actually take a few more deep breaths here. Really pressing that left shoulder down. Bring that right hand back to frame your face. Press into your right hand to slowly lift your left hand up. And then exhale, drop it down to meet your right. And then tuck your toes, send your hips up for downward facing dog. Start to walk the heels, lifting them. The fingers are spread wide, pressing into the fingertips. Release your shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, lift your heels, come up on your tiptoes. Bend your knees and your chest to your knees. Then exhale, finding downward dog. See if your heels can make it a little bit lower. If not, that's okay. Your knees can be bent. Stretching the back body. And then gaze up towards the front of your space. And then walk your feet slowly, inching it closer to the front of your mat. Feet can be hips width distance apart or big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Inhale. You can use your blocks, finding a half lift, shifting a little bit forward. So your hands can be on blocks, your shins, or your thighs. Then exhale, bending your knees, sending your chest towards your thighs, finding a forward fold. Shake your head, yes. And shake your head, no. Grab opposite elbows and just start to rock side to side and ragdoll. And now become aware of your feet as you either sway side to side, or you can be in stillness. Wherever you're at, just become aware of your feet on the mat, on the earth. Feeling all the points of contact that your feet are really, truly grounding down. And press into your feet, release your hands, find stillness, and then slowly roll up towards standing. Once you're there, roll your shoulders up and back. Switching directions. And then finding stillness. You're in standing now. And close your eyes. And again, bring awareness to your feet. And maybe start to just rock side to side, left to right, putting weight in one foot and shifting to the other. And bringing gratitude to your feet. Truly, again, they do so much for us. Feeling them supporting us in what we do. Gosh, our bodies. Thank you, body. Find stillness, rooting down. Roll your shoulders up and back, lift the chest. Palms can be facing the front. Spine is long, knees are slightly bent. Inhale in and exhale. Bring your arms up, inhale. And then exhale, finding that prayer behind your head again. Fingers are towards the floor, elbows are pointing towards the ceiling. Send your hips forward and lifting your chest. So if you can see, my palms are on the back of my head. And I'm pressing into my head and my hands into my head at the same time. Head into my hands, hands into my head. So you should feel this opening in the back of the shoulder blades, the front of the chest. Bring your arms up, inhale. And exhale, bring your hands behind you at the low of your back. Interlace your fingers, dropping your knuckles down, opening your shoulders, gazing up, sending your hips forward. And then exhale, bending your knees and sending your heart forward to a forward fold. Your hands are still interlaced. The knuckles are pressing towards the ceiling. Release the head. Maybe bending your right knee, then bending your left, straightening the other. Release your hands, finding a forward fold. Step your right leg back. Left knee is bent, dropping your right knee, untucking your right toes, and inhaling your arms up. And then exhale, sinking your pelvic bone deeper down and forward. Belly is engaged, plugging your shoulders into the sockets. Bringing your hands down to frame your left foot. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Hinge forward slightly, and you're going to bend your elbows for your knees, chest, chin, sending your hips up, and then rolling forward. Inhale for a cobra. So pressing into your palms, lifting the front of your heart, long spine, long lines of energy. And then exhale, move through and send your hips up and back for downward dog. Bring your left leg up for a three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, bring it forward, dropping the right knee. And then bring your right to meet your left. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Ground down through your feet. Press into your feet to lift you up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring your hands into prayer. Inhale your palms towards your side from mountain pose to Tadasana. And then bring your arms up and fold down. Send your left leg back, dropping your left knee. Right knee is bent. Inhale your arms up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, pressing into the right foot. Then exhaling, sending your hips lower towards the mat and towards the front of your space, stretching through the left thigh, the quad, plugging those shoulders down. Strong fingers. Bringing your right hands to frame your right foot, step your right knee back and lower down to chin, chest, and then rolling forward, pressing your belly in, finding a cobra. Exhaling down, moving through table to send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, bring it forward. You can step or bring it with your hand, any amount that feels good and right. And then your left to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, fold. This is just about much what we'll be doing for any speedy. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, press up to stand. Molly, relax, my love. Exhale, come down to Anjali prayer. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, prayer. Send that prayer up, breathe, and then exhale, release the hands and swan dive down, leading with your heart, hinging at the hips or forward fold. Nice job, guys. And step back into high plank, and then bend your elbows and lower all the way down to your belly. Oh. tent your fingers by your shoulders. Elbows are pointing up towards the sky. Inhale, press into your fingers to lift your chest up off of the mat. My dog, guys. I like this. Pressing into your toe tips, inhaling up, and then exhaling back down. Resting your forehead down onto the mat. Interlace your hands behind the lower of the spine. Press your knuckles away, lifting your shoulders up off of the mat. Breathe in. And then exhale down. Release your hands and your left cheek comes down onto the mat. Then bring your chin onto the mat. Keep your left leg straight and just bend your right, grabbing for the top of your foot or your ankle. And you're just going to pull it in. So my elbows are still facing the sky. I'm pulling my heel into my glute, finding that quad stretch here. Release. And then bring that left foot in. Keeping the elbows pointed toward the ceiling, just stretching here. Release. And bring your palms back down to the low of your ribs. Press into the earth to find tabletop. And then I'm going to bring my right knee back up, and I'm going to bring it right towards my right hand. Sending my heart forward, finding and heel toe it out so it's on the outer edge of the right mat, right side of the mat, outer edge of the right hand. Ooh, finding this deep lizard lunge. You can stay on your palms like this if this feels okay, or you can drop down onto blocks. I show you. Really getting dirty for y'all today. You can keep your hands on blocks, or you can drop down onto your forearms on blocks or on the earth, just depending on how much space you have in your body today. And then I'm going to turn my right toes out towards the right. My knee is going to follow. I'm going to come up onto my hands, ground down through my left hand. I'm going to press my right knee out with my right hand. So my belly button, my belly, and my groin is going to shift down towards the right. I'm pressing away towards the left. Release the right hand, pivot the right toes back, and bring it back to meet your left. Finding a quick cow and cat, so dropping your belly, gazing up, breathing in, and then exhale round. Then bring your left foot to meet your left on the outer edge of the left mat, left outer edge of the left hand. Ooh, yeah, this side needs it. And you're going to draw your right toes away from the front, so sending them back more to get a deeper stretch. And choosing the option that feels good. So if you want to come down to your forearms for this, just try not to grimace in these shapes. If you're tensing up, that's the invitation to release, to soften, and to receive the beautiful juice we get from these poses, from these lessons. Soften to receive, to fill up. Turn your left toes out towards the left, knee to follow, press into your hands to lift up, and then gently shift your left knee away with your left hand, sending your hips low. Head is going towards the right. Beautiful. Place your hands back down, turn your toes back to center, and bring your leg back. Beautiful. And then send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And then from here, you're going to walk your hands towards the back of your space, towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press into your feet, ground down, move slowly up towards stand. Come to face the side of your mat. And just warming up the body a little bit more. So you're just going to shift, sending your hips low from one side to the other. So really stretching the inner legs, the inner thighs. Finding a prayer, just shift side to side. We're still gentle here. We're not turning this into a workout. We're just shifting energy. Coming into our body. So feel the feet shifting from right to left. The weight shifting into each foot. And find stillness. Widen your stance a little bit more. Heels are in, toes are out, and drop your hands down and forward fold. You can bring your hands underneath your legs, fingers towards the back of your space and stretching your head down. Or you can walk your hands towards the front, just finding a different stretch. This can be in the shoulders, the upper back. Then walk your hands back underneath your face, finding a half lift. And then exhale, fold. Place your hands back towards under your face and then reach your right hand is underneath your face. Press into it and lift your left hand up. Breathe in. And then exhale, you're going to thread it underneath your right hand. You're going to grab towards your outer right thigh, your shin, or your ankle, and lifting your left arm up. Or your right, excuse me. So the shoulder stretch is in the left shoulder as I'm pressing into my left hand to twist me open towards the right. Maybe finding a half bind here, wrapping your right hand on the low of your back, opening the shoulder more. Release your right arm back up if you're in that bind. And then from here, you're going to reach under your left arm, reaching towards your outer left thigh. And you're going to shift your weight towards your right, looking under that right. You can move around, just finding a deeper stretch in that left side. So your head's going into the hole. Beautiful. Release the left hand. Pivot your right hand down, thigh, shin, or ankle, coming over to your left side and reaching your left arm up. And threading it underneath your right, shifting towards the left, sending your head underneath the hole. Oh, I love this stretch so much. Then release your right hand from your left leg. Bring it back to center. Inhale, finding a halfway lift. And then exhale, heel toe your feet back to hips width distance. Bending your knees, straightening them, bending them, straightening them. And then just slowly roll up. Check out your body, flick your wrists, drop your shoulders, release any weight that's holding on the shoulders, the upper back. Flutter up the lips. This is a beautiful somatic tool to dust off any energies that is not yours, that you don't want, and to come back into your body, releasing stress. Find stillness, closing your eyes. Stay here, feeling the vibrations that the body has created, the vitality that is buzzing through your body all the way from your brain to your toes. Become aware of your breath again. How are you feeling? Reach your arms up, breathe in, big stretch. And on the exhale, just bring your prayer down to your heart, bringing your hands together, bowing your chin to your chest. This is where I'll leave you guys, standing in strength, in confidence, and in gentleness. For honoring your body, listening to your needs, and leaving you in this stance so that you can confidently walk off your mat into the next thing that you're getting yourself into, feeling open and ready to do something different with your energy, with your time. Thank you. This is This is Solar Movement, and I am Ash. And stay tuned for weekly videos. This is the last video in this space, unfortunately, so thank you for this space before I move and figure out a new place to do it in my new space. So thank you for journeying with me, and I will see you guys next week. Namaste.